Koki Watanabe of Japan up against Wang Tzu Wei of Chinese Taipei. Well, here's the men's singles draw. We will be concentrating on that second match, and it's going to be a fascinating round two. Whoever wins it against either Lee or Thomas Popov of France. Two players ranked inside the world's top 30 clashing head-on here, but Watanabe has had by far the better of it. He's won all three previous meetings against Wang Tzu Wei. Just waiting for the officials to come onto court, and I can tell you can probably see there in the background, second court from the left as you look. The umpire and service judge are on court, along with the players. Well, there's confirmation of that 3-love lead. The last meeting was at the Korea Masters semi-final last November. And if you're wondering why, that's not the standard badminton garb. A lot of the players have been suffering with losing their kit on the various flights they have to do from tournament to tournament. Remember, it was the French Open last week, but it's been a roller coaster. The German Open the previous week in Mulheim, and sometimes the airlines don't get you your bags as quickly as you must have had a bit of that in your time, Chris, haven't you?
Yeah, I think I only actually had it once. I think in the end I got quite lucky, and I think it arrived just beforehand. I had to borrow some rackets in training. But I am very surprised that he doesn't even have his name on his shirt.
Well, there's Watanabe, 25 years of age now, just inside the top 20, as you see, and that's his best ranking. And he started playing when he was just 4 years of age. In fact, his sister was the big influence in his career when he was a youngster, former national junior champion. And he had a breakthrough win at the Swiss Open last year, at Super 300 event, where he beat Chen in 3 games in a memorable final. And on the other side of the net, Wang Tzu Wei of Chinese Taipei, 4 years older than Watanabe, has been as high as number 9, as you can see there. That was a fair way back, though, nearly 3 years, well, more than 3 years ago, actually, now. And held the fastest smash record, 483 kilometers an hour. He's an Olympian, and you have to go back a fair way to find his only World Tour win. That was in the side Modi 5 years ago. And there's a psychological thing here, Chris, isn't there? I mean, from Wang Tzu Wei's point of view, he's played Watanabe 3 times, he's lost 3 times, and it kind of start off at a little bit of a disadvantage, at least mentally, when in that kind of scenario.
Ready to play?
Definitely, and especially as, you know, the most recent one wasn't that long ago. Sometimes it can be played each other for years, but yeah, definitely, and it's to do with playing styles, you know, favoured style, and Wang is more aggressive. Koki he's a traditional Japanese, very disciplined, hard-working, works the rally, gives his opponent nothing. Very, very, very disciplined, and I think the 2 styles don't match up that well for Wang.
There's York High School, our service judge, Nicola Reid, is in the umpire's chair from England.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Wang Tzu Wei, Chinese Taipei.
Here we go then. Men's singles for a place in the round of 16. Fair to say, Chris, that Wang Tzu Wei maybe hasn't had the career that many thought he would have. I mean, he was a very promising junior, got a World Junior Championship silver back in 2013, but one Super 300, maybe not the kind of return that many expected from him.
Yeah, I think he's had a little bit up and down career, as in, I would agree with you, there was a lot of anticipation for him to really get top 10 in the world and challenge the very best, and we've definitely seen moments of it, but I don't think we've seen enough of it, and it's what that exactly is so hard to say. But yeah, I think he hasn't quite lived up to the expectation I think people thought.
He had a fair margin of error there, did Watanabe. Took the smash wide. On the line.
Service over.
Yeah, and it's so frustrating when that happens, because Wang could have played it, he left it, he thought it was going out, and he just lands plumb on the line. Yeah, when you look into a bit more detail at Wang, he's had quite an interesting kind of 12 months. He had the period where he had 7 tournaments in a row of first-round losses, which was kind of a year ago from the All England, leading all the way until Singapore Open, which was a duration of almost 3 months. Which is a long time, and it gets to you. It becomes, you start to lose belief, lose confidence. And then obviously last week he turned a big corner, because everyone was speaking about beating the world #1, kind of the legend, which is Victor Axelsen, but he also beat Christie in the first round, which kind of went unnoticed, but that's a massive, massive win.
Sometimes though, after a couple of really good performances, you get a kind of after the Lord Mayor show scenario where you just dip a little bit. Question of trying to find a consistent run.
Yeah, and I think you almost expect too much, because you start to find your form. That's a fantastic shot as that landed in.
Wang Tzu Wei challenges, called in.
First challenge of the day, Hawkeye says. Caught a minuscule piece of a line.
Wow.
Challenge unsuccessful.
These line judges eat their carrots.
I've got to be honest, that was an incredible call from the line judge.
Play.
Two challenges for each player per game. If you're right, you keep it. He's just under non-stop pressure, isn't he? And he's already kind of beating himself up a bit, Wang Tzu Wei.
Yeah, and the speed from Koki he's quick. He's very quick, and it is relentless pressure. And you can see there, he's trying too much, Wang. It's a long way off, but he's off balance. He's out of position. It's not kind of the right shot to try. But when you don't really get an opportunity to attack, that one opportunity you get, you sometimes snatch at it. You almost try too hard to play an amazing shot.
Well, he's putting distance between him and his opponent already here in the early moments. Admirable defence from Wang.
Over. 3-8.
Going back to the shirt scenario, I'm very surprised. I mean, it could well be that his luggage didn't turn up. It could be the shirts. I don't know, he had dark-coloured shirts, and obviously they have to be contrasting, as in they have to be very different from your opponent, but I'd be surprised if he didn't have, you know, a big selection of shirts with him on this tour, so I can only imagine that his stuff didn't turn up, which is so tough for the All England.
4-8.
Obviously, one of the rules and regulations, you need your name on the back of your shirt, so there'll be a reasonable size fine coming his way, unless it is considered extreme situation, but I doubt it would be.
Well, I think he needs to pass that on to whichever airline it was lost his stuff.
That's a much better rally from Wang, and it feels like now maybe he's starting to settle. Maybe he's feeling more comfortable. Maybe now he's actually going to get into the match, because before that he just didn't look like the player that we saw last week. And again, obviously the last shot's phenomenal, but before then he's being so much more proactive. He's taking it on. You know, the rallies before that he was kind of on the back foot, and then when he got his chance he was snatching. But then he was outmanoeuvring his opponent. He looks like now he's matching him for speed. He's really upped it in the last two rallies.
Watanabe still there, though. That was just a little statement from the Japanese. Made it.
Absolutely perfect. And as the rally was going on, I was just thinking, these aren't, for me anyway, I don't think the rallies that Wang wants, whereas Watanabe, he's happy to rally, he's happy to work the rally, he's happy to have a long rally, because he's kind of that style.
Well, 4-point lead at the break, but I'm not sure that tells the whole story. Still think we could be in for a rare old battle here, but at the moment it's Watanabe in front.
たださ、スマッシュ打つときに、まあ、手がもう長いじゃん。だから決まらなくてもいいから、コツコツコツコツしながら、今は3回ぐらい横のアウト、そこはそうだ。うまくさ、ドロップ使いながら体勢よくして交通していける。で、なんかバウンダーを打って上から攻めていけるから。
所以你知道就下压拼啊，然后不要拼很多，就拼连贯就好。你主要还是要以往前进攻去给他一些身体上的压迫，不然你打那种拉掉太保守，他就一直推你头顶，他就一直在重复这件事情，所以你会很不舒服，懂吗？就两边往中点，然后给远距而已这样。
A look of total bewilderment on Wang's face.
Service over. 8-12.
Well, that's Wang at his best.
Yeah, and that's where he kind of shows he has something different. He can almost pull something out of thin air, as in, that's an incredibly explosive. He's not in a great position. It is a slightly short lift, but it's just a phenomenal shot. And this is where he can kind of conjure something from nothing. Too much spin on that lift, phenomenal net shot.
Service over.
So too much spin on the net shot, it's just so hard to lift it, to time it right, because the shuttle's spinning and connect to a little bit of feathers. See how much spin that has, phenomenal spin. Good hold and push just into the corner. I'm not sure Wang was quite expecting that.
He's still just fighting himself a little bit, Wang, at the moment.
Do you think sometimes he almost looks too relaxed, as in his defence around his body is a little bit susceptible. If you put pace around him, is he ready for it?
Service over. 12-14.
Watanabe there, just looking back at his coaches, almost asking the question, how did I miss that? Because he's on balance, he's in a fine position. You can see. Got a very experienced coach behind him. Hiroyuki Endo, who's won this tournament in the men's doubles in 2020 and 2021.
It's a great shot from Watanabe, though.
Service over. 15,
Yeah, brilliant
12.
placement.
Wipe the court, please. Line judge, wipe the court,
You can
please.
see he's not even in a great position. He's okay, he's on balance, but it's a reasonable lift. It's just fantastic accuracy on the shot.
Right, can you show one, please? Play. Service over. 13-15.
Yeah, and it's just raw speed there. Watanabe, he's kind of all over Wang in that rally.
13.
See there how late he is. Well executed shot in the end, but the longer the rally went on, the more out of position, out of control Wang essentially got.
Looked like he got himself in entirely the wrong position to play that shot. Kind of cramped himself for room. See how unbalanced he was. One step forward and two back at the moment for Wang Tzu Wei. I suppose it could have been worse. He could have been wearing a Motorhead t-shirt. He's got that deception shot off to a fine art, Watanabe, hasn't he?
Yeah, and he has definitely controlled this first game for the majority. Not all of it, but for the majority. He's kind of been half a step ahead. We had two rallies where Wang looked like he came alive, but since then I just feel Watanabe's kind of controlled it again, and he's just been half a step ahead.
Service over. 14-18.
It's amazing to think how Japan men's singles now, it's just the fourth Japanese men's singles player, and you know, he's a very, very high caliber, and they're producing so many. They've got so much depth. And again, just stretching his opponent, pulling, turning,
Service over.
until Wang's in so much trouble that you see the final shot, the quality on this is poor. But he can't do much else. He can't really lift it because he's taking it that low.
So quick to see that opportunity. Easy kill once he got there, and 6 game points. Fooled him again, so 21 points to 14, and Watanabe has beaten Wang Tzu Wei, remember, on the 3 previous occasions on which they've met, has the evil eye on him again. 21-14, the Japanese in front.
最後さドライブってさ、ああいうのがいいと思う。あれを高く打っちゃうとプレーンってこうくるから、まあ、それをさここで取らしたり中途半端に取らした方が次取りやすいから。そしたら強い球でくるからあんま動かなくていいですよ。強いの打ってこう待っといて。であの人は基本的に困ったら絶対前つける。リアピンしない。上就是慢慢给，慢慢洗，让他很好控。因为你给他出手，大家根本就。 你要直接冲上来去放，冲上来去压。我现在没办法动啊，我看他又推又放的。如果你都慢慢给他，所以我给快一点。短いよって駆使したり。止まったら前に詰めたい。それはちょっと注意して。さあ向かってください。はいはいはい。早いマジで。手首のスナップでめっちゃ速いです。 気をつける。あとコースだけ。あの星が。就是让我们控中间，然后往中间控，要加速，要抢，要放，都要，然后推都要。
Second game, love all.
So he's changed shirts. Is he going to change his luck?
Play.
Well, he's going to have to take the next 2 games if he's going to live up to that motto.
It's amazing. He's got another shirt, obviously, for his name. It's just another training shirt. Brilliant placement on the overhead smash.
Service
And these
over.
are, these are silly little things, obviously, in regards to not having the right kit or clothing. Does it affect your performance? Yeah, it does. You know, it's just another frustration that you have in the back of your mind that you may be thinking about.
At least it's better than some other sports. I've seen triathletes arrive at airports without their bikes. That's a bigger problem. 1-1.
Again, in that rally, for me, there's one man controlling it.
It's almost like he's teasing him, isn't it? Pushing him back, bringing him in.
This is the thing, he's just outstretching, outmaneuvering, and it's so hard because Wang's always on the back foot. He's always the one that's half a step, quarter of a step behind, but the longer the rally goes on, the bigger the gulf, the difference in the 2 players gets.
Service over. 2-all.
He's having to work so hard, isn't he, Wang, just to stay in these points.
This is the thing, it just feels like the longer the rally goes on, the tougher it gets. You can see there how late he is on the backhand, but he's really struggling to cope with the style. He's not really getting the upper hand. He's not really reading very well what his opponent's doing, and this is what I said at the beginning of the match. The styles, they don't really match up, and this is why it's a 3-0 head-to-head in the favour of the Japanese player. This is it, when he's going for it, it's a bit wild, it's not calculated, and I think it's just because the frustration is in when to know what to go for there. Off balance, not terrible though, but that's wild, you know, he's nearly hit it off the mat.
Yeah, just get the feeling he's trying so hard to make something happen. And that was the badminton equivalent of the Hail Mary.
I would agree, he's kind of forcing it because he's struggling for it to happen, so he's not really reading what his opponent's doing, and these few chances he gets when he's in an okay position, he's just snatching, he's just trying to play almost too good a shot, and obviously the opposite's happening, he's gifting the point to his opponent. And again, he's just one step ahead. It's almost like every rally, and in that rally, I would say, Wang, he didn't really have any chance in regards to a chance to be dangerous. He was always on the back foot, and this is why when he does get that, what seems like a glimmer of a chance, he's just snatching at it, and that's full credit to Watanabe. He's just one step ahead. He's playing very, very well, controlling the rallies, dominating the game. Wang's string's gone doing well to survive. He's done unbelievably well. It's probably one of the best rallies he's played. When a string goes like that, you know, you lose all control of the racket, and I don't know how he's managed that. It's one of the best rallies he's played in the match. It's interesting, you know, when you look out there, for me visually, it seems quite obvious who's the person who looks more confident, looks more, you know, looks smoother. And it's obviously the Japanese player, but when you look at last week's result, Watanabe, he lost first round to Li Shifeng, fairly comfortable, whereas Wang obviously had a very, very good week last week in the French Open, being two very, very good players, former Jonathan Christie and Victor Axelsen.
Well, he got himself back in the point from
Service over.
nowhere, and then
4-7.
rather tamely surrendered it with the error of judgment.
Service over. 8-4.
This is the thing for me. You know, when a player's playing well, they look confident, obviously, but it's smooth. Everything's smooth. The shot selection, the movement, the reading of the game. And for me today, so far, Wang, nothing has been smooth. It's when he has that opportunity, he's just missed, or it's the wrong shot, or he hasn't quite read where it's gone. This is why there's a 3-0 head-to-head.
10-4.
Watanabe, however, continuing on his merry way. Another excellent winner that was right on the line. And already laying down a marker in game 2. Well, he was run around the court in that running Wang, but then produced the most delicate touch imaginable.
5-10.
This is the thing with Wang. He is a very creative player. He can. That was a phenomenal shot. A hold, turn, almost last second, and he can do that. We haven't really seen it
Line judge,
at all
right the court,
today.
please.
Could there be some fatigue from last week? Is possible. Just hasn't quite seen the same player as we saw last week.
Koki, can you show her? On to court.
Brilliant play again from the Japanese, and he's 11-6 clear
11-6
at the mid-game break.
11対7リードです。12-11まで1回来られて、もう一回集中して。相手もさ、決定でやっぱフォア結構速いですよ。まっすぐ速かったでしょ。だから油断してたんですよ。しっかりラインしてるし。もらりくらいにラリーあれもうしょうがないから。後期のきついように相手ももっときつい。足はあんま入ってないから。だからしっかり後ろのことで前にして再转身拉起。你要把变速抢好。
边控边抓，你只要找到机会冲抢、冲推、冲放都可以，但没有机会把后面拉好，好不好？啊，这一步一步做好，你慢心的，不然你会被他。
So if he wants to continue in this tournament, Wang's got to make something happen, and make it happen quickly, because that man is all over him at the moment.
Yeah, I would say he's just in his flow.
11-6.
Watanabe, and it's just looking more and more difficult to see Wang turning this round. But badminton is a crazy sport.
Service over.
Seen some phenomenal comebacks. And it only takes a few points, or maybe even 1 point, to change the dynamics of a game.
Well, it could have gone either side.
Service over. 12-7.
See there, off balance Wang, shortish clear, too much time, just too nice a shot. Koki now, and he's flying, he's smooth, he's in control. Wang has just always been one step behind. He's just always been a little, like, a fraction off the pace. That's why we haven't seen enough of that attacking prowess from Wang. He's dangerous, he is, but he hasn't quite found his range. We've seen a lot of times when he's gone for something, he's missed, but there. And then steps in, fully commits, but he can, because just too quick for his opponent to be able to get that back.
It's a really clever shot. Right across as couldn't get anywhere near it, Wang.
Yes, fantastic vision, but you can only play that when you're feeling good, as in confident. You can't play that if you're tense, because it's such a complicated shot. This is the thing, Wang, you know, it's obvious. not quite feeling comfortable out there, and that's just an indecision. You know, he's got it totally wrong. When you're not feeling good, when it's not smooth, you know, your movement, it's an extra step, it feels uncomfortable, your understanding where you're on court just fractionally off, and that's what it leads to.
Starting to fear the worst from Chris, Wang Tzu Wei.
Yeah, the challenge, the comeback now, it's just escaping him. There's, you know, definitely can come back from this, definitely, but it's looking a bigger and bigger challenge just because the momentum, the flow, everything is with the Japanese.
And it's not just the score, it's the way that Watanabe has achieved the big lead that he has. Just had far too much firepower, so far at least, this morning for Wang Tzu Wei.
Yeah, and the big thing for me is it's just been too easy, as in, you've got to make your opponent feel uncomfortable, you've got to threaten them, you've got to put doubt in their mind, and I think almost from the start, for me, Watanabe's just looked too comfortable, he's looked in control, he's looked, you know, he's looked good, he's looked smooth, but I do think Wang's allowed him. Again, it's just too many unforced errors.
18-9.
But full credit to Watanabe, very, very good so far, very consistent, very quick, good choices. Just missed, but when you have a lead like this, you can afford to take a few more risks. You can, a few points, you can afford to almost go for it slightly earlier, because you've got this big buffer now.
Well, that's two he's missed, almost identical.
18.
Yeah, and you can't let it affect him, you know, he's a fraction off. And again, you know, he can afford to do it for one more point, then maybe he needs to rein it in just a fraction. Feel a little bit like the game's just gone a little bit flat. See there, Wang just trying to open the court up with that cross-court forehand at the net. It wasn't killed, but it was obviously an aggressive push, but he's kind of open there. But he's opened the court up for himself, because then his opponent can just play a straight shot and actually put him in trouble. So it's so important, the shot selection at the right time.
Well, he's certainly not hoisting the white flag, is he, Wang Tzu Wei, in terms of effort and commitment.
19.
Yeah, he's throwing everything at it, which he kind of has to. You can see after this, I'm sure we're going to get to see it on the replay, might do. After this one, he signals to his coach. Should he be pushing that there, or should he just be stopping it off? Because if he's there that early, he's got the options, and we know his opponent, Watanabe's so quick, but he's always putting pace in. We haven't seen anywhere he's got there early and just stopped it off, and the base from his opponent was so deep. brilliant block, steps in, fantastic
Service
cross court.
over. 20. Match points. 13.
So 8 chances here for Watanabe to pretty much cruise into the round of 16. Well, it's only taken 46 minutes, a comprehensive victory for Watanabe, 21-13 in that second game. And he's now 4-0 against Wang Tzu Wei, who was some way below his best and certainly not the same player that we saw last week at the French Open when those 2 brilliant wins. But take nothing away from the Japanese. Combination of Wang errors and some brilliance from Watanabe, really the key to that victory. Pretty convincing in both games, truth to tell. 21-14, 21-13. Match time adjusted officially to 47 minutes.